All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, all you brethren that's also laboring in his work, pushing out this gospel in all truth, faith, and sincerity. So yeah, I just wanted to go into another quick lesson, pretty much concerning what your outlook should be when you come into this truth. All right, when you come into the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding of these scriptures, you come to serve the Most High. Well, your main goal should be building your spirit up, building yourself up for the times we're about to approach. All right, being rooted and grounded for yourself, because a lot of men feel as if long as they're part of a strong camp or they cool with a brother that the Most High is dealing with, that they deem to be a man of the Lord, that's enough. They feel like they good. Well, that's not the case. All right, because Jake, the so-called culture we come from, we tend to flock toward other men. All right, whether it's being in a gang, or if you wasn't in a gang, you had some type of gang affiliation, Crips and Blood. And I know down south, there are Crips and Bloods, but it's more so, your hood dudes repping projects, and in the world, you might be weak, but as long as you're affiliated with a strong set or a strong hood or a strong gang, you can get by. But guess what? That don't apply in this truth, man. You can't look at it as if, well, I'm a part of a camp now, so I'm good. No, you got to use this opportunity to build yourself up, build your spirit up, man. All right? Because we're approaching a time where you're not going to have brothers that you can call and ask to break down the scripture, or, hey, what is scripture at? Or brothers you can lean on. We coming into a time where every man is going to have to pretty much fend for themselves. All right? Being in this truth, what you're going to understand is a lonely path, man. All right? So, with that, we start off in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, and verse 51. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. Yeah, so the scriptures say, understand for thyself, meaning you study, all right? You pick up on other brothers' talents. You trade talents with brothers. You watch the videos to build yourself up. You understand for yourself, man. Then you seek out the glory as such be like thee, meaning you go out and you teach in hopes of sealing the elect, which will be like you, all right? But the main point is understand thou for thyself. And the key word is thyself, man. Now, Jake can get simple, so let me clarify that. That doesn't mean being selfish, because obviously if it's a brother in need, and you got the power in your hand to help that brother, all right, whether it's monetary or even just a brother, asking you about a scripture, strengthening him in the spirit, all right, you breaking bread with the brother, you do so, you be brotherly, man. But the main goal is to be in this thing for yourself, man. All right, you can't take that approach of, yeah, man, this my camp, this my clique, ride or die. I'm with you when you right or when you wrong. It don't work like that in this truth, man. All right, it tells you that when Paul had to withstand Peter to his face. All right, so that show you the mindset you got to have when you're in this truth. All right, you can't look at it as how the world outlook is on being a part of a group or a set. Being in this camp, you in this thing for your own salvation, man. And the man next to you should have the same mind frame. And in reality, if every man in your camp got that same thought process of looking to be delivered, that's their main goal, by default, it's going to make the camp be tighter. All right? This is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yeah, and when you go into that word own, in the Greek, it pretty much means himself when dealing with the masculine form, and the feminine form, herself. All right, but overall, itself. All right, so when you work out your own salvation, you're working out just what it says. You're working out your own deliverance, man, and salvation. You in this thing to get built up, build yourself up, man. All right? You can't be in this thing just to build some camaraderie with another brother, man. Although we do that, you know, certain brothers get tighter relationships with other brothers, all right? But you got to pretty much be in this thing for yourself, man. And again, that doesn't mean being selfish, because Jake could get simple and they'll take that and they'll apply it to every man for himself. No, you bear each other's cross and infirmities, man. You comfort one another, all right? You exhort each other. You break bread with the brothers. You be brotherly. But in your mind, you understand that you looking to receive that crown for yourself. Two men can't wear one crown, man. All right? And the man next to you might not continue, man. You got to be able to have that spirit of, look, it's been nice knowing you, but I got to keep it moving. A good example is, at your workplace. You know, you might work with certain guys and, y'all might be cool. Y'all might go to places after work, But if that guy get fired, you're not going to just walk off the job with him, right? No, because you won't have a job. You're going to keep it moving, man. And that's the same thing being in this truth, all right? You got to be in this thing. This is a lonely path, man. And while you in this truth, you got to make sure you building yourself up. You can't lean on another brother, man. All right? This is 2 Ezra chapter 7. And I'll start at verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. Yeah, and we all know that this is dealing with that journey that we are embarking on, man. That journey to the kingdom of heaven is a dangerous, it's a war, man. All right? Verse 8, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. That's right. So you're not going to be able to ride another brother's credentials into the kingdom. You're not going to be able to get a crown because you was cool with a guy in the truth that you deemed as a man of the Lord. All right? You think the Apostle Gabar take that approach? Like, look, man, I'm cool with Apostle Tahar, so I could just chill now. No, he made sure he got this knowledge and wisdom for himself. And I'm just using him as an example, all right? Because when you watch the man lessons, you can see that he's learned as well, all right? And that should be your mind frame in this truth, man. You can't just, be content with, okay, I'm a sign holder, but I'm in a camp where, there's men of the Lord in this camp, so I'm okay. No, we just read the scripture. It says, in one, Salakia, let's read the scripture again, 2 Ezra 7 and 8. In one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. All right? So when you come into this truth, you can't be in that, this is my ride or die, And, you can't blame Jake because, like I said, we come from that type of backdrop, Well, if you got a partner, you with them to death do your part. You know how Jake is, man. But in this truth, that don't apply. You got to throw that out the window, man. Quick story, we got a guy that was in our camp, and he got removed. And, just to be straight up, man, the guy was being a nigga, And the spirit had it where he was removed, all right? So one of the brothers in the camp got a text message from this guy. And I was with the brother when the text came through, which is spiritual, all right? Because it just, what was the odds? Because the brother in my camp, he stayed way across town, so I was just at his house one night, and the guy that fell out of the camp texted the brother whose house I was at, and I was there when he texted, and he said, look, I'm ready to come back. So my first thought was, damn, we got to be merciful to the brother, The Lord showed mercy to us. But then the spirit jumped on me and I said, yo, let's just cast a lot. Let's cast a lot to see if we're going to respond to his text or not. And guess what? The lot didn't fall in his favor, man. So we said, man, look, we just kept it moving, man. But if we would have took that approach of, oh, he want to come back, that's my ride or die, that's my guy, come on back in. And the dude was a cool dude, all right? If we would have took that approach of, yeah, come on back in, bro, that could have led to, leaven, that little leaven spreading throughout the whole lump. He could have jeopardized the whole camp. So, just that story is an example of when you come into this truth, you can't apply those rules of the world. Like when you run with guys, those your partners. No, you got to be in this truth, and you got to have tunnel vision, man. You got to realize that you looking for a crown. All right? You got to build yourself up, man. You can't hang your hat on another guy's credentials in this truth, man. And that's the message I send to brothers today, all right? Or not just younger brothers. You got men that been in this camp a while. They feel like, well, hey, long as I'm in the main camp, I'm right around, I'm reading for Apostle Tahar, that's not enough, man. You got to make sure you really understand what you into, man. All right? You got to know that you need to be well-grounded. Because here in the near future, man, we're going to be split up. You're going to be on your own. And a perfect example of that is Yahweh Shah. When Yahweh Shah had to go through his tribulation, his hour of temptation, all right, the Lord set it up where the disciples, they were scattered. He didn't have nobody to lean on but the Heavenly Father, man. All right? And that's going to happen with us. You're not going to be able, in that day, you're not going to be able to call a brother, hey, bro, where was that scripture that, I need to read that scripture, No, you got to have this for yourself, man. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Until the next time I say shalom.